Howdy, and thanks for joining me. Today I want to share 4 things with you that during the course of the 20 years or so that I've been coaching have been recurring themes with so many of the athletes I've worked with, and I wish that wasn't the case. These are 4 things that I hope you can change or at least be aware of so that you can grow and move beyond falling into these traps. All right, let's get started. Comparing ourselves to others or even to ourselves in the past. This is a no-win situation, and I don't know, is it human nature? I think it probably is. It's something that we all fall victim to at one time or another, and we need to avoid it because it's a no-win situation. Listen, we all have a unique path that brings us to this moment in time. And when we look at another person, or if we're in business looking at another business, we can't know the path that that person followed to get to the point that they're at. And we're seeing them, or anything that's occurring, we're seeing it in a moment in time. We can't judge based on what we see in that moment, nor should we. We're traveling a path that's unique to us. We have a unique history. And the only way that we can live a great life is to be willing to turn the page every day and not look back and not look to others or compare. It's cliche, but an attitude of gratitude, being grateful for what we have today and moving forward and looking and accepting ourselves as an experiment of one and just doing our best and not looking back or looking around us to compare is the only path we can choose to really lead the great life we want to lead. Not seeing training for what it is, which is not a linear process. You never go from point A to point B in a straight line. Training and how it evolves, much like life, has a lot of ups and downs. It ebbs and flows. Fatigue is somewhat residual. You're going to carry a little bit from one day to the next. So a test, whether it's for fitness or a race, these are moments in time, and sometimes they turn out the way that we hope, and other times they don't. And there's a lot of factors that contribute to that. So what we're looking at is a long-term process, not a short-term process. We don't judge from one day to the next. We look at a long period of time. Have we moved forward? Are we making progress over a long period of time? That's our focus. And accepting that it's not linear, that there will be ups and downs, allows us to be kinder to ourselves and accept that if one day doesn't go as we hope, the next day is going to be here soon. And that's our ability to take that step forward and keep moving forward. Forgetting that movement quality is truly a moving target. You know, if you were to establish or demonstrate a certain level of flexibility or mobility today, right now, and then you jumped into your car and drove for 8 hours, when you got out of the car, you're moving very differently than how you were moving when you got into the car. And this is true with every kind of activity in the course of our normal lives, right? Our lifestyle, sitting at a desk, driving, doing yard work, all of these things impact how our body moves. Where we are in one day doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to be there the next day or a week from now or a month from now or a year from now. We have to revisit the basics and fundamentals every day. I think of it a little bit like defragging the hard drive on my computer or rebooting the computer. This is how we need to look at movement quality every day. A little bit like brushing our teeth and taking a shower. Because we did it yesterday doesn't mean we don't need to do it today and the next day and the day after that. It's just not worth it. It just doesn't matter. That's a phrase that I think so many people and athletes I've worked with at one time or another have said to themselves. There's no reason to do this or to do that because it's just not going to change anything. It's just not worth it. Well, I can't tell you how untrue that statement is, but also how normal it is to feel that way sometimes. We all at one time or another can have a sense of hopelessness about not only our fitness, but even about the trajectory of our life and our training. But the reality is that everything that we can do for ourselves to advocate for our health and our fitness is worth it. Each one of us is worth it. I'm telling you, you're worth it. And it's also okay to be a normal human being sometimes and struggle with those feelings. So just know that you're not alone, that a lot of people feel this way. All right. I hope some of what I've shared with you today makes you feel more human, more normal. I hope you'll use these as a reminder not to get caught in a trap or any kind of a negative mindset with any of these elements. Be willing to take each day as a new day and turn the page. Keep moving forward. Keep looking ahead. That's what we all need to do. And if we can do that every day, then we're going to live a great life.